As a waterfowler, we always have dreamed of certain hunts that we want to go on. Well, we're in Saskatchewan with RJM Guiding and Outfitters. We're going to hunt ducks and geese. Stay with us. Focus Outdoors will be right back.
Focus Outdoors is brought to you by Wizzy Wash, the ultimate cleaning solution. Backwater Inc., revolutionary shallow water motors. South Dakota Tourism. Visit huntinsd.com. Rough Grouse Society, 50 years of managing forest habitat. And by Heavy Shot, Country Vet Pet Foods, Wapeti Labs Pet Supplements, North Star Plastics and Manufacturing, and Real Wings.
As I mentioned in the opener, my bucket list has always included a trip to Saskatchewan to hunt waterfowl. Well, here we are. I enjoy everything about waterfowl hunting, including getting up well before sunrise, getting the field set up for the hunt, and watching the field come to life as the sun rises. I enjoy the first rays of sun and the sounds as the world comes back to life. Usually, it's ducks that are first to start moving, followed later by the geese. I don't think, in fact, I know for a fact that I will never tire of watching waterfowl set their wings and come to a decoy spring. To me, that means you've done your homework on scouting, setting the decoys, and hiding the hunters. The duck, and I can actually pick out a couple drakes. That was what? That's easy. Yeah. Good job. A hunting party can travel to Saskatchewan and hunt on their own. Do the scouting, talk to the landowners, and get permission to hunt. Or, for many people with their busy schedules, that might take too much time and perhaps result in a hunt that might not produce the results the hunters had in mind. Go, boys. There we go, Ham. That was great. Go, boys. As a result, more people are connecting with an outfitter who has the connections with the landowners, who do the scouting, and have the equipment, decoy spreads, and blinds to make for a successful hunt. Remember that going with an outfitter increases the probability of a hunt becoming one that you'll have memories forever. It has been my experience that on a 3-day hunt, 1 or 2 days will be outstanding. The other 1 or 2 will be good to very good. But that's why we call it hunting. Now enjoy the sights and sounds of our hunt in Saskatchewan.
Kill them too.
This segment was brought to you in part by Heavy Shot, industry leader in performance shot shell ammunition. This segment is brought to you in part by North Star Plastics and Manufacturing, premium plastics for all your needs.
Call that single.
Ryan Marsh, or maybe I should say Ryan James Marsh of
That would work.
RJM Guiding and Outfitting.
That would work.
How did you get started?
I got started actually. I was hunting waterfowl at a young age, and when I was 18, graduating high school, I bought my first guide area and started off with 11 clients my first year. Now we're growing into the low 80s to high 90s every fall that we're running. This is my 5th year in business.
So you've been in business 5 years?
5 years this year's, yeah.
And what can a hunter expect when they come to RJM?
Guys can expect, we do morning goose hunts for greater honkers, and we get into the snow geese. We do shoot some speckle bellies. My flyway and my guide area here is known for the greater honkers though. The ducks that we do shoot in the evenings are mallards and pintails, is primarily the duck. All our duck hunts are done in dry field shoots. We do a little bit of water. I do get some interest, guys wanting to do water hunts, so we will do water hunts if that's what they want to do.
So Ryan, what is a typical day like?
Typical day, well, lots of that depends on how good of a shot you are. No. Typical day, it's just we hunt geese in the morning, hunt ducks at night. In September, like we start up here September 1st, starting to guide clients. And there's lots of mornings where we'll do both limits, ducks and geese in the morning. It's very common to do that.
And your season starts September 1st, and you are open for clients, if you will, until about mid-October?
Mid-October I usually run clients into, yeah.
And the limits here in Saskatchewan are pretty generous.
Oh yeah, we can shoot 8 dark geese a day, 20 snow geese a day, and 8 ducks a day.
And what's the possession limit?
Possession is 2 times.
So it's 16 ducks, 16 Canadas, and 40 snows if you happen to get it.
Actually 60 snows, 3 times on the snows, that's right, yep.
And you get people out of bed at what time in the morning to get them out to the field?
Early part of September, you're usually up and gone by anywhere from 3 to 4 o'clock. Early mornings, but lots of times we're back belly full of food by 8, 9 o'clock, back in bed till we go out that evening, if we have to go out that evening.
What you're concentrating on then is in the afternoon you get that power nap that we missed in the night before.
Yeah, the power nap is very nice to have, that's right. You can get a 6-7 hour nap some days.
I know you like to hunt pea fields. Is that the primary place you hunt Canadas?
Well, the pea fields here is just because it's the first crop that comes off, so the geese target those, of course, because a lot of the other crops standing. Later in the season, as the weather gets colder and stuff, they'll move into the barleys because it's a lot hotter for them. But pea fields is, 60-70% of the crop that we do hunt are peas. Yeah.
And what happens if weather comes in on you? What do you do then?
Weather comes in.
Yeah.
Pushes birds out. New birds come in.
And the migration really gets started during this first half of September, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, we start seeing birds coming down from the northern lakes in Saskatchewan. I've seen as early as 20th of August, birds are starting to come down then. So, but mid-September is usually the migration's full on, yeah.
And so that's Canada geese, snow geese, ducks.
Ducks and speckled bellies too, yeah.
When someone comes, we know that they have to come through customs and they need to register their guns. And people think that that's really a hassle. Really, it's completing some forms in triplicate and signing them when you get to customs.
That's right, yeah. That does deter a little bit of guys away, but it's actually very smooth. You can go right onto my website, you can print out the gun forms, you can prepay it ahead of time, so all you got to do there, sign it in front of an officer. That's the biggest thing. It has to be signed in front of an officer, and the way you go through it, it's not a big deal at all.
Let's talk for a minute about your staff, the guys that help you out on this venture, because it takes a lot of people to be successful in guiding.
Oh yeah, I got, it depends on how many clients I'm running a week. I got full-time, 3 full-time spotters going, myself guiding, and I got 1 other full-time guide. We'll run 2 fields a day when the migration's heavy, and when the migration starts slowing down a little bit, we scale back down to 1 field a day, but I do keep 3 scouters going. The ground that we cover up here is just unbelievable. You guys won't even see 2 of my scouters here the whole time, so they're on the road steady, morning, evening. That's their job, is find us birds.
Mm-hmm. And it's a big area.
Huge area. We'll sometimes I'll send them overnight to east, west, south, wherever we're at. They'll overnight in a hotel, check that country out. Lots of birds there. Then we'll do some driving. I'm not scared to drive it. We got to drive to where the birds are. We drive to where the birds are. But our typical drives are anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes.
And this morning you were introduced to a new full-body decoy, the Avian X. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they look great. They move well. The head, they're great. Not much really a guy can say about them besides they're good.
But I think what makes them real effective is the fact that they're all painted in bird vision UV paint.
Yeah.
And I know from personal experience hunting with other decoys that have been painted with bird vision that it really helps and it really makes your spread more effective.
Yeah, no, it does. And that is the first time that I've ever hunted over with the UV paint. And I did notice this morning that it did make a difference on some of the birds that were coming in here this morning. Yeah, especially when it's got a little bit brighter out and the sun was out.
How many people can you handle at a time?
I can handle 12 guys at a time to run 2 fields, yeah. I like to have minimum 4 per field. So if guys want to book and there's 2 guys, I book them. But if you have 4 guys, you have your own field and your own guide, yeah. But I can take up to 12 guys at one time, 6 guys in each field.
Any particular kind of camouflage that you have a preference for, or?
Not really. Here's my camouflage: blue jeans and a sweatshirt. We're laying in layout blinds. It's not really necessary. We're laying in the coffin blinds and all that good stuff. So any certain camouflage isn't really that necessary, no.
Well, if someone wants to check out Ryan's website, Google Hooked on Honkers. Hooked on Honkers, and you'll go to his website. You'll check him out. Give this guy a call. They work hard for you. They'll put you on the birds just like they did for us.
This segment sponsored in part by Country Vet Pet Foods, loved by pets, trusted by owners. This segment is brought to you in part by Backwater Incorporated, revolutionary shallow water motors and propellers.
When you visit Saskatchewan to hunt, the numbers of birds you will see in the flight is tremendous. But until you've experienced yourself, words and video cannot do it justice. You may ask, why does this happen? The reason just might be that Saskatchewan is home to more than 25% of North America's duck and goose population. Because of the countless prairie potholes for breeding and staging. You will find ducks, Canada geese, snow geese, specklebellies, as well as upland birds. There's more to Saskatchewan than waterfowling. You can find great fishing, big game hunting, and upland bird hunting. There are more than 650 members of the Saskatchewan Outfitters Association who are here to help you and your party have a great hunt and a great time.
That one gets folded.
This segment was brought to you in part by Wapiti Labs Pet Supplements, for a healthier dog the natural way, featuring elk velvet antler. For more information on the products seen on today's show, please visit us at www.focusoutdoorstv.com.
That's our show for this week. Canada Goose Hunting in Saskatchewan with RJM Guiding and Outfitters. We had a great time. You should give them a call. Made a couple new friends from California, James and Jimmy. Nice to see you guys. Hope you do it again. Remember, do these 3 things for me. Take a child with you on the next hunting or fishing trip. 2, generously support your favorite conservation organization. And 3, spend some time in the next week where you focus on the outdoors. For our staff, I'm Steve Hammer. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time when we continue the journey making more memories.
Focus Outdoors was brought to you by Wizzy Wash, the ultimate cleaning solution. Backwater Inc., revolutionary shallow water motors. South Dakota Tourism. Visit huntinsd.com. Rough Grouse Society, 50 years of managing forest habitat. And by Heavy Shot, Country Vet Pet Foods, Wapeti Labs Pet Supplements, North Star Plastics and Manufacturing, and Real Wings.